What does due diligence mean in a real estate contract? Well, first of all, let's talk about what is due diligence. Then let's talk about a checklist at a property level of what can help you walk through and actually be very comprehensive in what you're doing due diligence on. And the last thing is the insider tips to get more specific and more details and where things can go wrong in a real estate contract. So get a pen and paper and let's begin. I'm going to start with due diligence. What is it and how do you know more about it? So first of all, I wrote 3 Millionaire Maker books. So you can always grab the Millionaire Maker. It's in the show notes below. We just did a version 2. So you can go grab the Millionaire Maker and then jump ahead. You can skip over the Cash Machine, which is how to build a 7-figure business, and grab the Wealth Cycle book. There's a whole chapter of due diligence, risk assessment, all those kind of content pieces in that book. Due diligence, 8 key questions. Is the investment congruent with your money rules? Is it strategically organized with any exit plan or exit strategy? And what are the variances of that? Is it big money investing? And that is very relative for different people. Some people, big money investing is $25,000. Some people it's $100,000. Some people it's $250,000. Sometimes an investment might start as high as $500,000 to get into a certain deal. Who has the oversight? I always been told from my greatest mentors, money follows management. Who's managing, who's control, who's making the decisions? Is the information public? Does it need to be public? Are the economics of the offer sound? Is the marketing plan and business plan going to deliver the economics? Is there even a market for it? And last, can the leadership team, the sales team, the distribution team, the team actually produce this business model and a return for you? So those are just some due diligence questions as you get into real estate. I mean, the specific things you want to look at is the property condition. I used to do real estate tours. I would take people to Arkansas. We took them to New Jersey. We took them to Missouri, Kansas, Texas, Oklahoma. We would do these amazing real estate tours. So 40, 50 people would show up. We'd bus around town to a variety of our properties, and we would all be on silence with a checklist, an actual appraisal checklist to say, if this was the property you're going to buy, what would be your due diligence? What we do be looking at as an inspection, and it just created a very experiential learning. So a few things let's go through on that checklist. So again, just the overall property condition, the inspections, appraisals, repairs, really getting some history, especially in the appliances, in the HVAC. You also want to know what the financials are. What are the rent rolls? You want to have a clean title. There shouldn't be any liens on the title. Can you make the property cash flow if you're buying for that purpose? And then last in the checklist and due diligence would be just your overall title, zoning, and your legal compliance, and making sure you're always using a title company or some sort of a real estate paralegal, legal, depending on your state. Some states require you to have a lawyer to actually close a property, but you want to make sure the financial and contractual protections are in play. So again, this is that part, get a pen and paper. A lot of these are just checklists that I used to go through. I'm pretty active right now, meaning I put money with many of the folks actually that became millionaires in the big table. So I just invest with them into their markets to get my real estate continued. I don't put projects together. I don't do real estate tours anymore. But in the day, the contract protections, you want to include an inspection and financial contingencies. So if you're not sure, and pretty sure you may not want the property unless you get what you want, make sure those contingencies are really clear with dates specific and whether you get refund or non-refundable deposits back. Verify again, liens, easements, any HOA restrictions. A lot of people don't look at that. You want to put a business in your home, you didn't look at the HOA restrictions, you can't. Because the last thing they're going to want is drive up traffic being at your house if you have a business that requires some customer interface. And then confirm that the seller disclosures match the records. So really be thorough. Good title company, develop a relationship with them. That's what I've had in many, many of my markets, just a great title relationship. So before I go to the last, which is professional tips, I want you to subscribe to my channel. I want you here 5 days a week. Click that notification button and share it with 5 or 10 friends. If you want to know more about how I became a real estate millionaire in 1999, there is a link below. You can go grab my Real Estate as Leverage. So we'll give you up to 70% off on the audio. It's about 6 hours plus about 160, 170 page workbook on how to build a strategy for real estate. So look forward to you hitting your millionaire status in real estate when your time comes. And let's go to the last, professional tips from those who have been here before so you get it right. So again, make sure you have a full schedule, all the inspections needed, all the appraisals needed, verify the comps, review seller disclosures and title reports, analyze HOA rules and pending assessments, double check tax obligations and insurance requirements, confirm lease agreements, tenant deposits, get written quotes for needed repairs, and a final walkthrough on closing. So to wrap up, if you have any questions, go to askloral.com, ask a question, make a request, and if you would like my 8 questions of due diligence, just check the show notes below. We'll send you on a link and give them right back to you. And we'll be back tomorrow.